7, 6, 5, 4. Command engine start. 2, 1.
That was a beautiful launch of our new Shepard rocket here from West Texas.
5,000 feet and climbing.
Coming up in a couple seconds here, we'll hit max Q. This is the point where the aerodynamic stresses on the vehicle are at its max.
You don't see much of a plume with this engine, and that's because the propellants are liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. So it's actually a very clean burn.
It's the fourth flight of this new Shepard rocket.
We're now at Mach 3, 150,000 feet.
And there we go. We've hit MECO. Main engine cutoff.
Right on target.
And there it is, separation. Jeff, at this point, if you were there in the crew capsule, you're going to start feeling that weightlessness. You're going to start to unbuckle, do your somersaults.
Start doing somersaults. Look out that window. You can definitely see the blackness of space from there. 10,000 feet. That engine should be relighting soon. 5,000 feet. There's that engine relight. 1,000 feet. Landing gear deployed. 5 miles per hour. Amazing, another picture-perfect landing for the new Shepard rocket booster. Let's cut over to the crew capsule because it's about to deploy its parachutes.
There we go. We've got the 2 drogue chutes which have deployed.
That means we are executing the primary mission of today's flight, which was to test the redundancy with our parachutes. There go the main parachutes. 1,000 feet off the ground. There's going to be that retro rocket system that fires just in the last second before touchdown. Keep in mind it does kick up a lot of dust here in the West Texas desert. It looks like a hard landing, but really it just is a soft, pillowy touchdown at about 1 or 2 miles an hour. 100 feet.
Touchdown.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Picture perfect. That's exactly what we want.
It's time to hand this show over to Mission Control so we can listen in on the final countdown. Godspeed, New Shepard.
Control to onboard flight manager. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Command start. 2, 1. And liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower.
There you have it, a spectacular launch of New Shepard, live from West Texas.
All right, so hold on. Coming up here around 44, 45 seconds is when we'll see our escape.
There it is, 70,000 pounds of thrust, pushing that crew capsule at 400 miles an hour.
And the B-3 engine remains on. The booster continues to space.
There it is, a clean firing in the solid rocket motor. The drogues are out on the crew capsule. Those mains should follow shortly.
The booster remains nominal. It's at 39,000 feet and climbing.
Wow, and look how stable that crew capsule is coming down.
Yeah, it looks wonderful.
Again,
Nice
it was a
stable.
clean fire of the solid rocket motor. We're waiting here for the mains to come out. Again, the purpose of this test is to make sure that that crew capsule escapes, and it looks like things are going well for right now.
Booster is 85,000 feet and climbing.
But Phil, there goes your beautiful booster up towards space. It looks like it also clean firing of our BE-3 engine.
Absolutely.
110,000 pounds of thrust.
Right, we should note 110,000 pounds of thrust off the pad, but actually we have to throttle down shortly after our planned escape, simply because while we lost the aerodynamic benefit of the crew capsule,
And there go the mains.
Okay, so those 3 mains are reefed right now to keep them small. The reefing will remove shortly to fully expand, as you can see. All 3 mains.
There you go, full inflation. Phil, as a reminder, we also have that retro thrust system on the bottom of the crew capsule to make sure that the touchdown is even smoother for our astronauts.
That's right.
For just as a reminder, that's also going to kick up quite a bit of dust out here in Texas. We've heard it looks, again, looks a bit sporty, but really it's actually just creating an even softer landing for our astronauts here. It's going to come down at just about 3 miles an hour by the time it touches down.
That's right. And to update our viewers, the booster is currently at 240,000 feet and climbing and has just experienced main engine cutoff.
Beautiful.
It continues its ascent to space. Like I was mentioning earlier, we actually have to throttle down the engine as soon as the escape happens, because what happens is, while you lost the aerodynamic benefit of the capsule, you also lost 8,000 pounds. And so if we kept going with our full propellant load at full thrust, we'd actually overboost and go even deeper into space. But let's focus back on the crew capsule.
That's right. You see the hills of West Texas in your screen. A nice, smooth 15 miles an hour or so on that crew capsule. If you're an astronaut in there, it'd be a nice, smooth ride. It would have been exciting, certainly, but most importantly, you'd be safe, right?
You'd be finally catching your breath and watching those mountains come up around you.
And touchdown of the new Shepard crew capsule. From what we can tell, that was a nominal in-flight test of our escape system. And again, all astronauts on board would have had a pretty exhilarating ride, but a safe ride.
Absolutely.
Now that is a robust system, Phil.
Absolutely. All right, so the booster has just passed apogee and it's beginning its re-entry. So you can see the speed is picking up quickly. We've got about a minute until we hit our re-entry. Apogee, of course, is the maximum altitude of the rocket. So its vertical velocity went to 0 and now it's re-entering the atmosphere.
So Phil, we've got a couple of subsystems up there in that ring fin. We've got the drag brakes that are gonna come out at about 20,000 feet. They're gonna cut the speed in half. We also have the wedge fins that come out of the ring fin. That's to help with stability, in addition to the ring fin itself, which helps centralize the pressure. It keeps the rocket upright as it's coming into land.
Correct. The ring fin shifts the center of pressure backwards, and we're about 12 seconds out from those wedge fins deploying. And that also creates additional stability, passive stability for the booster during re-entry. And there they go.
Again, I want to thank our viewers for joining us for this live test of our new Shepard rocket. So far, it's been a successful test of the in-flight escape system, and we're just waiting for our booster to come down for, fingers crossed, what we hope to be the 5th landing of this exact same booster.
So we're at 120,000 feet and falling. 100,000 feet. Now the sequence will be really quick here. The drag brakes will deploy, and shortly after that the BE-3 will restart. And we'll wait for that smooth, gentle descent onto the pad.
And again, it's the ability of that BE-3 engine to thrust down all the way to 20,000 feet to give it the precise, soft landing.
All right, so drag brakes are fully deployed. Let's wait for that BE-3 engine to fire.
And watch that speed falling pretty dramatically.
There she goes. Look at that. Nice and stable. Landing gear deploying. There you go. The booster's landed. That tail fire is got it. Set it shot. Beautiful.
Wow. There it is.
Touchdown!
There you go, new Shepard. Look at her.